My dear Sagittarians, hello and welcome to your weekly card pull. My name is Alexa. I go by alexab.alchemy. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the entire month of May of 2023. This reading is channeled for my Sagittarians, so if you have Sagittarius for your sun, your moon, your rising, and or your north node, this one is for you. I have 3 decks out. I have 2 oracle and 1 tarot. I'm feeling called to start out with oracle for you guys today, and then we will move forward and see what else comes up. For those of you who have never tuned into the reading with me before while I'm getting this shuffled, welcome. It's nice to have you. I try to do a reading every single week. Right now, I'm doing a monthly reading for all of the signs, and if you want a little bit of extra information on anything, or if you're feeling like you want a little bit more clarity on this reading, definitely check out the other signs that you have for your other placements. They will provide a little bit more detail and some other perspectives that might be useful. Also, the last thing to consider, I feel like just one card to start. Okay, cool. Last thing to consider, we are in Taurus season, so we'll be in Taurus season up until the middle of May, and then we'll be moving into Gemini season. We have eclipse season right now, and Mercury is retrograde until the middle of May, so there is a lot of energy that's kind of causing us to get a little bit more in touch with ourselves, ground into the earth, ground into our experience, into our own bodies, and get connected with the things that are going to help us to create a more sustainable, long-term path forward for our future. So that is the collective energy that we're navigating. For you, my dear Sagittarians, I actually only had 1 card pop out that I feel like I want to really start with. The first question I ask, my guidance or whatever, whenever I'm doing a poll, first question I like to ask is what would be helpful to know or to expect for this upcoming month. And I pulled for you guys in reverse the card of Diamond. Now, this card has everything to do with beauty and strength arising specifically from challenges. Because it's in reverse, I do feel like a lot of these might have been self-imposed challenges that you have been or are currently experiencing. This is not a bad thing. This is a really beautiful card to pull because it tells me that if you've been going through a hard time or something has been challenging, right now, my dear Sagittarians, you have space opening up for you to find a level of beauty and to actually create something out of that potentially challenging and or painful situation. Anytime a card is pulled in reverse, which is like upside down, which is why I'm holding it this way, it is implying that you may also need to look a little bit more closely within yourself and your own personal experience, especially if you've been projecting onto the world around you. So if you feel like that has been the case, my dear Sagittarians, this month is going to be a really good time for you to turn inward. This card also comes with the message of the importance of time and pressure combined and how it can actually create something that is beautiful. So again, if you've been in situations that have felt stressful, whether it's physically stressful, emotionally stressful, psychologically, spiritually, mentally, whatever, anything that has felt like it's just been a lot, or if you're in something that feels like it is a lot, or if this month it feels like a lot is coming up for you, just know and have faith and trust in the process that any of these challenges are bringing you to a place of strength, and they're bringing you to a place of beauty, and they are, if they haven't already, they are creating a much stronger version of yourself. I love this quote. I'm going to quote it loosely because I don't know exactly how it's phrased, but there is a quote that says, and I apologize for any triggers with the following verbiage, but I asked God for courage and he gave me 1,000 situations I needed to be courageous in. I asked God for strength and he gave me situations I needed to be strong in, so on and so forth. If you don't resonate with those words, that's totally fine. The concept is if you have asked for life to bring you strength, it is likely that that will be tested or has been tested or is being tested right now. And if that feels resonant for you, my dears, it's completely okay. You're doing great. Taurus season, again, is all about building strong foundations, and so if you feel like things have been rocked, it is simply as a means of showing you where you need to create strong foundations and where you have potentially already done that. And so you have this beautiful opportunity to understand what needs to be strengthened and what needs to have your energy and your attention, and maybe what does not. And in this process, my dear beautiful Sagittarians, you're also being shown sides of yourself that maybe you didn't know existed. Maybe you thrive under pressure, and maybe you didn't know that, and maybe you did, I don't know. But if that is the case, you have opportunities right now to let that side of yourself that maybe you haven't worked with as much or that has been dormant, if that is coming through, that is a really beautiful opportunity for you. So the next question I want to ask my cards for you, my dear Sagittarians, is what elements should you or would you potentially want to be incorporating into your life, into your daily life for this month of May? I'm curious if the way in which you want to go about this is through connecting to meditation, to your body, to your physical health. Like, what is going to be helpful for you in navigating some of these challenges that might have been rising up or are currently rising for you? So we'll see here. This one definitely wants to come out. Excuse me. Okay, that one. Ooh, okay. Playfulness for sure. We pulled Dalmatian Stone, which has a lot to do with like playfulness in the inner child. So I love that for you. Definitely some childlike joy, doing things that maybe you loved doing when you were a kid. Okay. All right. This is quite a spread. There's a lot of green cards coming out. So definitely some connection to the earth, and to yourself in that regard. All right, so Dalmatian Stone, again, I pulled this in reverse. So finding your own inner child. Get in touch with your own inner child. My dear Sagittarians, Sagittarius energy is big picture. It is looking at things from bird's eye view. And so one of the beautiful gifts of your energy, and that your Sagittarian energy specifically brings to all of us collectively and to yourself and to your life, is this ability to see things not from a detached perspective, but to be able to see things from the bigger picture and look at it a little bit more holistically. And I feel like some of you probably have this already like intuitive understanding of the importance of play in your life. And that sense of play is something that you really might want to employ, especially in the midst of trials. And maybe one of the beautiful things, again, with Diamond showing you beauty and strength, maybe one of the beautiful things that you're going to find out about yourself, or you are finding out about yourself, is this ability to work with complexity and this ability to play with situations that sometimes feel really hard and sometimes feel really heavy. For some of you, I pulled Amethyst. I feel like for some of you, maybe you have subconscious patterns. This one's all about like your unconscious habits, your patterns, your beliefs that happen on a subconscious level. I feel like, Jesus, excuse me. I feel like for some of you, these relationships, or these experiences, I don't know why I said relationships, but for someone it probably resonated. These experiences that you have, some of you may have this like hardwiring conditioned belief of like, it has to be hard. It always has to be hard, or you always have to be working, or it has to feel tough. And that may be the case sometimes, but I do feel like for a lot of you, you have this opportunity to also embrace this time for play and this time for joy and excitement and fun, even in the midst of things being hard. Like if you think back to when you were a kid, as children, we were pretty programmed. We are pretty programmed at a young age to pick up on the ways that people that we love and our caretakers specifically, like the ways that they relate to life. So understanding, what are your family patterns? Maybe your family relates to hardship in a way that's very specific. Maybe hardship is always just hard for them. But as a kid, if you don't tell them something is challenging, you don't tell them this is heavy, a lot of the times they're going to employ this level of play and this level of joy with anything. And yes, that may be because they don't understand the severity or the intensity of an issue, but also it is a gift that this childlike energy brings to us to be able to disconnect from the intensity of things enough to actually enjoy the process. I did pull Moonstone, which has a lot to do with connecting to your own intuition. So I feel like, and also your emotions. So I feel like for some of you, that connection to your emotional realm is really important and is something that you want to make sure that you have space for, but you don't want it to overtake you. I did pull a lot of cards in reverse as well here. So we have Aquamarine, we have Fluorite. Both of these cards have a lot to do with clarity and clarity of thought. These are kind of like the air signs, if you will. Because they're both in reverse, I feel like some of you, maybe you haven't been as clear-minded or as clear-headed. Maybe you've been like really struggling. I feel like a lot of you, honestly, like I feel like coming back to the Diamond, like I feel like some of your challenge has honestly potentially just been that you are not focused, or that you cannot focus, or because you're being challenged, you're struggling to focus on things in your life. And if that's the case, it's totally okay. It's completely okay. That's part of your life and part of your process. But I do feel like there is some enhanced clarity coming your way, which is really beautiful. So you have things opening up for you to see things a little bit more clearly. The end of the month, we're moving into Gemini season. Mercury goes direct again, middle of May. So there will be more clarity in your communications with other people, which is amazing. So it's potentially going to open up some truth for you to better understand your life and where things land. So I do feel like there's definitely some things on the way if you've been feeling like a little bit cloudy or a little bit like brain fogged. It's all going to clear up for you, my dears. So my Sagittarians, there's no need to stress if it has felt like a particularly stressful process. Just allow things to unfold. I did also pull for you guys Auralite in reverse. This is a big theme this month for a lot of signs, not just you guys. So I think collectively this is a theme we're all looking at. But this has a lot to do with mindfulness, meditation on the present, and allowing the present moment to be seen. Because this is in reverse, I feel like some of you, maybe you're not really seeing or validating yourself. Maybe you're not really seeing or validating how you're feeling and what you're feeling. Again, with Moonstone, being connected to your feelings, to your emotions. With Amethyst, I feel like some of you, maybe it's like a subconscious pattern of like maybe your family or your parents or your caretakers or the people around you don't or haven't or didn't grow up giving themselves in their emotional realm space. And so there is a piece of you that's asking for you to sit with it and to be present with it and to be able to see it. Not so that you get stuck with it, but just so that you can acknowledge its presence and see that it is there and also see what it has to teach you. Another beautiful piece about Auralite is I actually kind of feel like this one is also related to the Dalmatian stone. They're both in reverse and they're both kind of implying this like connection to the present moment. Again, Dalmatian stone, connection to the present moment through play, and Auralite is connection through meditation. But I do feel like both of those, okay, anytime you feel challenged or like there's a struggle or something coming up in this month of May specifically, identify what your needs are. Do you need to play or do you need to just be present with something? And neither one is wrong, neither one is right, but I do feel like opening up space for you to do either one or both of those might help you to move through those potentially more challenging situations a little bit more gracefully. Okay, I did pull for you guys as well Lemurian Quartz in reverse. This card is the Sagittarian card, all about big picture thinking, unlocking potentials and unlocking possibilities. I love that with this card, you'll see that there's like little keys. So there is like a huge theme of unlocking big possibilities, honestly. And I feel like, excuse me, I've been sick. I feel like for some of you, the challenges and the trials that you've been experiencing, if they've been keeping you all up in your head and disconnecting you from the present moment and disconnecting you from reality, it's also disconnecting you from opportunities. And so the more you plug into your current, present, lived experience, the more you're going to open up space for yourself to open doors and see new possibilities and see new opportunities. Even if those opportunities, I feel like for some of you, those opportunities may come in the way of your thoughts and in the way of what you're thinking. Maybe your opportunities, like they could all be there. You could have a million opportunities right in front of you. You could have a million options and you're not going to see them unless you choose to see them. And I feel like this month might present to you potentially like a side of yourself that has been closed off to new ideas, closed off to new opportunities, that now you're going to like open up space for those to really flow in. I feel like for some of you, I don't know how to say this lightly, psychedelics or some kind of like mind altering, and even if not in an intense way, like you can even use cacao, like something to kind of open up and expand your perspective. I feel like that actually a little bit goes a long way. I don't feel like this has to be like a big like whole day thing. I feel like a little bit goes a long way. Maybe microdosing, if that's something you've been feeling called to, might be something worth revisiting, but something to help you kind of open up space in your mind and revisit the way that you are perceiving things. I just feel like you're gonna open up so many fucking doors for yourself, my dear, which I love. I love that for you. Like Sagittarian, you deserve that and you work really well with all of those possibilities, and you are one of the signs that doesn't get overwhelmed by all the possibilities, typically speaking, which is amazing. I did pull for you guys Moldavite in reverse. This is the Scorpio card, so all about transformation, rebirth, specifically rebirth by fire. This one combined with the Diamonds card. Oh my god, there's so many cards here. I need to just have these laid out. These two cards are telling me, like, these are both saying there are so many amazing transformations. Oh my god, so many amazing transformations that you guys have at your fingertips, available to you, that you are gonna just probably walk out of this a whole new invented, stronger person. Like there's so much beauty in this evolution, this evolutionary chapter that you are in the middle of right now, my Sagittarians. Oh my God, like embrace this time. This is such, I feel like this is such a beautiful chapter for you. I really do. I feel like May is a really beautiful month for you to expand and to grow. And if it feels uncomfortable, just know it's because you're expanding. Like it's not going to be comfortable the whole time. It's not going to be easy the whole time. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it is going to be, because that's not the truth. But I do feel like you are going to come out of it a lot stronger and feeling alive and feeling, I feel like it's going to give you energy. I don't feel like it's going to drain you. I don't feel like it's going to take from you. I feel like it's only going to give you strength and inertia, provided that you are willing to have an open mind. And like, if anything gets tough, instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Just ask, what is this teaching me? What am I moving into next? You know, allowing yourself to have that transformation. Like, give yourself the gift of your own transformation, my dear. My God, it is, and it is such a gift. Finally, one of my favorite cards that I pulled, Seraphos Green Quartz. This card is all about life on life's terms. Also comes with the message of joie de vivre, or the joy of living, the joy of accepting what is and what is meant to be, and accepting life on its own terms. This goes back to the Dalmatian stone a little bit. This goes back to that more playful energy. I don't know why I keep stacking these cards and having to go through and find them. Living life on life's terms, being willing to play with things, being willing to have this like fun and expansive experience. The Lemurian Quartz, opening up new opportunities, like being willing to allow everything that's unfolding to unfold. This is going to bring you clarity. This is going to bring you more opportunities. This is going to bring you more options. Any door that's closing is opening to 5 other doors at least for you, maybe 10. Like, you're a Sagittarius. The world's your fucking oyster. Like, and I love Sagittarian energy. Let me tell you, my Jupiter is in Sag, so I resonate so hard with you guys, but there is so much beauty coming your way. I feel like I don't even need to really touch the other Oracle deck. I do feel like I want to jump into Tarot for you guys, though, to ask if there's anything else that you guys should keep in mind for this upcoming month, for the month of May. Anything else that you guys can potentially expect to look at, or things that might be encouraging. I'm feeling like I really want to like just hype you guys up with a lot of encouragement for like navigating this upcoming month and this upcoming chapter. I do feel like it's going to be a lot, but in a really beautiful way. I mean, Taurus is like the second sign of the 12 zodiac signs, so we are still at the beginning of a brand new cycle, which is really, really exciting. And you're in a place right now where you have the opportunity to plant seeds. The things that are not going to stick are going to fall away, which is amazing. I feel like for some of you, maybe that in and of itself is the opportunity, is the things that aren't going to stick falling away. But ironically, we've got the Death card. Great. So yeah, the things that don't really apply for you, the things that aren't really going to serve you. The Death card scares a lot of people, but honestly, it's one of the most amazing cards in the deck, because it tells us that one cycle is complete, it's closing, the chapter is closing, the door is closing, and that is a door you don't want to be walking through anymore. Like, you've already accomplished that level. You know, you're leveling up. You don't need whatever experience it is that are closing out, whether it was a job, a relationship, a place that you were living, a connection with someone. I'm getting like contracts or agreements, whatever it is that's closing out. Oh my God, it's amazing that it's happening. And I know that might sound really insensitive, but in the long run, it is opening up doors for you to experience new things and to have new opportunities, new possibilities. There's a lot of newness. Oh, we got the Fool. Okay, so a lot of youthful energy. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. I get a lot of Aries energy with this card, which we did just come out of Aries energy, or Aries season, the middle of last month. So now we're in Taurus, but there is this kind of like newness, this excitement, like embarking on a new adventure. And that's not a bad thing. The Fool, the shadow side of this is, you know, could be a little bit naive, but I did pull this one upright, which is a little bit more encouraging. So there are some new adventures and some new things that you guys are opening doors to. I did also pull Five of Swords, so definitely change, walking away from certain perspectives, walking away from certain relationships, certain things that don't serve you. I am getting, like, this card is really bouncing off of some of the, where's my Scorpio card? Moldavite, right in my hand. These two cards to me are like really closely tied, and the Death card as well. Like, these to me all of these are just pointing to something in your life falling away. I feel like it's a piece of yourself. I feel like this is kind of an internal process, and I feel like the root of this is internal. That's what I want to say. I feel like the root of this is internal. Something about you is changing, is growing, is evolving, is being released. And that evolution is opening space for a new version of you. The fact that things in your life may be falling away or shifting or changing is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply a reflection of a piece of you that has something is outgrown or outdated in your life. And so your life energetically is now matching up to meet you in your current vibration, which is a really, really beautiful thing. Of course, that also comes with letting go of the past versions of yourself, death card, letting go of those old things. But with the Fool, we have opportunities for expansion. We have opportunities to plant new seeds, to start new things, to open up new doors. And my Sagittarians, that is a beautiful gift that you not only are giving yourself, but you're also giving all of us, because then we get to experience your new energy, your just new energy. Like whatever it is that you're stepping into is a blessing and is a gift to us all. So I just want to say on behalf of everyone, collectively, thank you for that. And thank you for the work that you are doing and no doubt will be doing for this upcoming month because of the Dalmatian stone and the Moldavite. I know you're going to be releasing some stuff. You're going to be working through some trials and some challenges. But at the end of the day, if you aren't already seeing the beauty and the strength in yourself, I can probably almost promise you, if not promise you, if you allow yourself the space to, by the end of this month, you're going to see so many amazing things about yourself. And that is such a beautiful gift. And I'm very excited for you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that this was helpful and encouraging. If you have questions on anything, if you want me to do a supplementary pull for you, please reach out and let me know. You can find me here, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere at alexab.alchemy. I try to do these readings every single week. I am only doing one sign a week right now, but I am doing a monthly reading for all of the signs. If you want me to do more, please comment and let me know. The more engagement I get, the more people that tell me that this is helpful and useful, the more likely I am to continue doing them. And I love and appreciate your support as much as I hope you love and appreciate mine. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give me a little thumbs up or a comment if this resonated, just so that I know. And with all that being said, I feel like I've talked a lot. I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers, and I love you so much. Bye.